Hi, Lucy. You know what time it is? That's right. It's time for episode 3. What are we going to do today? Let's find out. Hey, this is social studies for Lucy Shaw. I know that girl. Hey, that's me. Look it, we're together. All right, so what are we going to do in this? We're going to continue our discussion of geography. Lucy, why do we discuss geography? That's right, because it's my favorite. And if it's my favorite, it's your favorite too. So we started talking about all these things in geography, these 5 themes, right? And boom, we talked about location. Boom, we talked about place. Well, today we're going to talk about region. Maybe we'll get to movement, maybe human environment and interaction too. But today's region. Yeah, I know. We've done that. Let's get going. Come on. All right. So the definition of region is there's two definitions, right? You can be united by a similar physical condition or united by similar cultural traits. So again, the idea is like what unites you. So do you remember when we talked about how you would address that envelope to a friend from another planet? It would be Lucy Shaw, Seabrook, New Hampshire, County of Rockingham, State of New Hampshire, United States of America, North America, Western Hemisphere, planet Earth. Well, these are all regions, right? Right, Lucy? Right? Okay, but there's other regions. Well, okay, I guess first we're going to review these regions. The world of Lucy Shaw. There's Seabrook, Rockingham, and oh, wait, New England? That is New England. Okay, New England. Yeah, but the point being is that there's other regions. That there's no limit to the number of regions. So yeah, New England is part of the United States, and you could still divide up the United States by regions, like even including, you know, New Hampshire and stuff. You could talk about New England. You could talk about the Northeast, which that's when we let New York in. As long as they're not Yankees fans. Okay, you can talk about the Route 95 corridor that goes from Canada, all the way down to Washington, D.C., our capital. You can talk about the Eastern Seaboard, the East Coast, east of the Mississippi, the northern part of the United States. It continues. It's mind-boggling because you could then start talking about NAFTA, North America. You could talk about the Western Hemisphere. Do you remember this slide from one of the other episodes? And then if you add the Western Hemisphere to the Eastern Hemisphere, you get what? Planet Earth. Huge. It's going to be huge. So, all right. The point here is to review a little bit about what we did before already, but also I want to talk about other cultural traits. Like it doesn't have to just be political boundaries, right? So, in the United States, for example, there are a lot of things that are cultural about us that subscribe to different regions of the country. For example, food, right? You know, people in Nevada don't eat lobster. Okay, well, if they do, it's really expensive. Lucy, do you like lobster? I don't know. Let me know, please. I want to find out. And things that you do for fun, right? Like you like to horseback ride. You might go out in a boat with your Uncle Billy. You might go skiing. Like things that you do for fun are cultural as well. Because, for example, you can't go snowboarding in Florida. That'd be weird. And you can't go sailing in, I'm going to pick on Nevada again, Nevada, right? And even things like language. You and I are speaking in American dialect of English right now, but not everybody in the United States has the same dialect. Maybe they have accents, right? Um, I keep making fun of Canada, eh? But Bostonians and New England have an accent, and Southerners and Midwesterners and And then there's the West Coast, where everything, dude, is like laid back, you know? Right? So there's all of these things on this diversity wheel that are different indications of cultural traits. Um, so that having been said, there are other physical traits as well, besides, again, all of the political boundaries we've spoken about before. Here in the great state of New Hampshire, there's the ski area, right? There's the lake region, Lake Winnipesaukee, and there's the coastal region. There's different regions, different physical conditions within the great state, the granite state, the great granite state, the great granite state with the man in the mountain who fell apart. So sad. Anyway, I digress. So there's lots of different physical regions in New Hampshire alone. There's even nautical regions. Now, all right, I'm going to get into something I really don't have any business talking about right now. If you want to ask your Uncle Billy and all the things he learned from your grandfather Jim, this map is confusing to me. Lucy, Lucy. Where's Billy? We need Billy on this one. Anyway, so this is a nautical map, and it shows the Merrimack coming into to the ocean. And so this is another region. This is a nautical region of southeastern New Hampshire, where you live. So you can see here's that nautical map there with the weird numbers that I don't understand. I'm assuming it's depth charts. Billy, where are you? And so when a map is confusing, what I always do is I break it down. I look for something that I do know or that I can recognize. And so here I'm looking at Plum Island. Okay. And there on the left is the map that we've been using to describe Seabrook and its neighbors and such. And in both maps, I can see Plum Island. So then I can figure out where I am and what I'm talking about. So there's the nautical map of New Hampshire. Here's another nautical map of New Hampshire. It gets even bigger and there's more there are nautical regions. There's the Atlantic coast. You could describe being north of Cape Ann. You could describe being on Jeffrey's Ledge, and then the whole of the Atlantic Ocean. Here's another map, and you can see those Jeffrey's Ledge that I mentioned already, and you could describe it as being on Jeffrey's ledge. You can also look at the depth and that you're on the coastal shelf or the continental shelf. You can talk about how just as we talked about that envelope, we can talk about the same kind of breakdown of location and region using water. You live near Hampton Beach, which is on Jeffrey's Ledge, which is in the North Atlantic Ocean, which is in the Atlantic Ocean, which is part of all of the oceans of the world. That's right, all the oceans of the world. So what I'm getting at is the way you were going to write that letter to the Martian or have that Martian send a letter to you, what if we did the same thing with a mermaid or a merman or Aquaman? Okay, we could write that letter to Lucy Shaw, Merrimack and Piscataqua. Who knows how to pronounce that one? Rivers. You're located between those two major rivers, and then you're on Jeffrey's Ledge, between Cape Ann and Nova Scotia. You're in the North Atlantic Ocean. You're in the Atlantic Ocean. You're part of the 5 oceans of the world of planet Earth. Booyah! Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Probably got it all wrong. Hopefully my cousin Billy doesn't watch this and correct me. Anyway, let's check in and do that quiz thing that we do. Let's wrap this puppy up. Question number 1. Physical conditions and cultural traits are 2 times, or that's a typo, types of location, place, or region? If you said region, you're correct. It's region. Of course it is. You knew that. All right, question number 2. Name a few regions that describe where you, Lucy Shaw, live. Huh. Whoa, ho, if you just said you live in New England or in the Northeast or on the East Coast or on the Eastern United States or Northern United States, North America, etc., Lucy, I don't even think you need me for this. You're right again. Question number 3. Cultural traits are more than just political boundaries. What else is a cultural trait? Hint, Lucy likes horseback riding. Yeah, that's that wheel of diversity, right? The food we eat, the sports that we enjoy, the language we speak, the clothing we wear, the I don't know, it's kind of everything, right? Like um, Grandma Jude's is French Canadian, and Billy and I are Irish. So it's part of ethnicity as well. It's all those wonderful, wonderful, rich things. Question number 4: name 2 physical regions in the New Hampshire area. What? Wait, what? Did you say either ski regions, Lake Winnipesaukee, or the coastal region? Then you're right again, Luce. All right, last one. What's the name? Oh, this is too easy. Why did I even do this? Lucy, you're too smart. What's the name of the ocean off the coast of Seabrook, New Hampshire? Boom. That's right. It's the Atlantic Ocean. And Lucy, we have just finished our 3rd episode of geography, discussing the 5 themes of geography. We've done location and we've done place, and now we have finished with region. This is great stuff, isn't it? All right. Nice job. We'll talk to you soon. Okay? Bye bye.